Welcome to Oradea, everybody, which is a city in Romania, way up near the Hungarian border. And so we are still in Transylvania, although we have left Cluj, which means the road trip has officially begun. So we picked up our rental car and we hit the highway on the Romanian countryside. And within the first hour of our journey, Ivana says, Steve, I think Romania is the best country we've been to in terms of a road trip.
Yep. That's correct.
It's really something special out there. Obviously the scenery in between the small villages is very beautiful.
Yes.
But I love the small villages because each one has a church, and no matter how small the village is, the church is always very, very beautiful.
Yes.
And
correct.
Not to mention each village has a restaurant. So yesterday we found some small shop, we ate outdoors, and we had pork and polenta and pork and potatoes, just the good stuff. On a crisp autumn day, nothing better than sharing.
It was heaven, man.
Sharing your food with your wife. Heavy food that keeps you warm in the brisk autumn air.
I'm hungry again.
I'm hungry again. So we're down here now exploring the riverside here in Oradea. We are very excited for this road trip. Like Ivana says, maybe the best country we've road tripped in.
Yeah.
So much to see and do. And yesterday we drove through something called, we are led to believe it's called the Gypsy Palaces.
Oh yeah, mansions.
So I certainly mean no disrespect. These are the Roma people who have a unique style of architecture. You can see it when you drive through it. It's no longer the traditional Romanian village.
Yes.
It is a Roma village. And Ivana noticed that quite often there's a small house on the same property as the mansion.
Right.
And we're led to believe that quite often the Roma people live in a smaller house and they build the mansion just for some other purpose.
Or show me.
It's like empty almost.
Yeah.
So we were hoping to maybe explore this aspect of Romania on this road trip, but we don't have any connections. If you guys know anybody who knows some Roma people or some access to the palaces, we would love to go, we think. Now, we are loving Oradea so far. Just got here yesterday and just began exploring this morning, where we went to the fortress. So we followed the ancient wall, originally built in the 11th century.
Wow.
And we found a gate and we walked in, and immediately upon going through the gate, we saw this pentagon shape. It's very beautiful, sort of symmetrical on many different axes, and turns out it's the layout of the fortress, which for me means it would be really nice if we could get the drone in the sky and show this pentagon shape. It sort of begs for a drone shot. Unfortunately, it seems like we won't have any drone shots in Oradea because the airport is in the city.
Yeah, so close to
So
the city center.
you'll have to take my word for it. The pentagon shape would be very beautiful from the sky, although we didn't quite capture it. Now, we did go to the museum in the fortress, which I love because it was sort of authentic to the time period. There was parts of the fortress that were unfinished, unrenovated, and sort of raw. We even saw a stone grave from the year 13 or 1400.
Yeah.
Which was
cool.
pretty special. I think it's a common problem when you have these fortresses in your city. What do you do with the fortress? Because if you were to demolish it and put a shopping mall, that would be a real tragedy. Although the fortress isn't exactly useful anymore because there's no need for this kind of defense thing right in the heart of the city. So I think a museum is the right idea. Unfortunately, most of the museum was not in English.
Unfortunately.
Which was a bit of a shame. We did use our phone to take photos and try and do the translate app, but a lot of incomplete sentences. We did learn that the king of Hungary in the 1400s, Matthias Corvinus, who's a bit of Mr. Transylvania himself. He's a bit of a hero in Transylvania.
Yeah.
He seemed to be, based on my translation, friends with Leonardo da Vinci. Or at the very least, they had some sort of correspondence.
Famous artists
of
the Renaissance
and
time.
it seems like Matthias Corvinus was a Renaissance man. He was into art, he was into science, he was into engineering, he was into economics. He did everything.
Yeah.
So we couldn't get the whole story because of the translation barrier, but we did enjoy our time in the museum.
Yeah, it was kind of cool.
There was a huge section on World War I, which I would have loved because this is World War I from the opposite perspective. Would have been very interesting.
One part of the Turkish Empire as well, Ottoman Empire, and then it was the Hungarian Kingdom, and then it's back to Romania. I need to learn more about this history, you know?
Willing to learn more.
Yeah, willing to learn more.
So our plan today was to go to the old town. Although now I'm seeing what's right behind you, I think we should go for a cup of coffee first.
A cafe right in this park.
Yeah,
that's kind
let's
of cool by the
sit
river.
here for a cup of coffee, and then we'll go explore the old town,
Coffee anyway.
which should be very interesting. It should be architecture and beautiful autumn weather. With unfortunately a young girl crying. Maybe she skinned her knee.
Fine.
She'll be fine. All right, let's go for a cup of coffee. Did you do that on purpose? Okay, good. I was like, oh my gosh. Always fun traveling with Ivana. I said, be a model, be a model. And she goes, with the foam on the face. Okay, next stop, we'll go across the bridge here and into the old town of Oradea. Let's go. Could not ask for better weather here in the old town, and although the sun is very bright, the buildings are very softly colored. I don't know how to describe it other than they look a bit like watercolors. Like they're not so vibrant and so popping. They're very soft yellow, soft orange, soft green, sort of easy on the eyes.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in fairy tale here. And this one in front of me kind of reminds me of like gingerbread house.
It's right. It's right.
I mean,
it looks like a
it
gingerbread.
looks like cookies with all the decorations.
It's right.
It's very detailed.
Yeah, the little bonbons around the door frame looks like little Hershey's Kisses. This is very gingerbread house like, and
beautiful though. I love it.
in a good way. And I realized today we look like the two biggest tourists in the country. First of all, Ivana is the only one in all of Transylvania wearing sandals. You can take the Indonesian off the beach. You can't take the beach out of the Indonesian.
Yeah.
And honestly, I realized I look like an anthropologist. With this hat and shirt combo, it looks like I should be digging up brontosaurus bones with a toothbrush. You know?
For explorers.
We're explorers today. Obvious tourists. And this gingerbread house looking place is actually an iconic building. It was one of the first hotels.
Yeah, one of the first hotels in Oradea. It's called Black Eagle Palace. See the Black Eagle?
Maybe we can sit here and have a meet or something.
Maybe.
Might be a restaurant now.
Alright.
Let's go check it out because like Ivana said, it looks like something out of a Disney fairy tale, some sort of princess residence.
Alright. Lots of restaurants, but it seems like they're all closed. Very beautiful. Yeah. Look at this.
Uh-oh.
What?
That's a good one, babe. Oh, man.
Big.
Ivana got pooped
Is it
on.
my lucky day or what?
Must be your lucky day,
I
Ivana.
have tissue here.
Oh, give me all your stuff. Give me all your stuff. Let me hold all your stuff. Ivana's gonna smear. Oh, man. Oh, good removal. Hey, not bad removal, Ivana. That was pretty effective. You've done this before.
Thanks already, yeah. I got your blessing to be here.
Yo, let's go buy a lottery ticket right now. I think Romanians have the same idea as Canadians, which is if you get pooped on by a bird, it's your lucky day. I think we should go home and have a shower, to be honest with you. This is a bit much for me right now. The beautiful old town was a bit sullied by the turd that came out of the... By the way, it must have came straight out of the sky. There isn't even a tree branch over here.
There's no trees.
What are the odds of that?
Oh my god.
Oh, shoot! All right, let's go home. We gotta get cleaned up here. All right, Ivana has decided to stick it out because we wanted to go up the clock tower, which is right here, as a way to get a view of the top of the old town because of the lack of drone shots. And the clock tower was like right beside the war zone where Ivana got hit with some shrapnel. So rather than go all the way home and come all the way back, Ivana is gonna make it up the clock tower whilst covered in bird poop. Wow, my wife is a warrior.
All right.
If someone says, ma'am, is that bird poop on you? I'm gonna say, I don't know her. We never met. I don't know who this lady is.
Brown stuff, green stuff.
I'm kidding. Okay, let's go up there and see if we can see the top of the city. Almost at the very top, but there seems to be a viewing platform a little bit short of the top, which still provides a very nice view. We've got all the capitals and their distances. Ottawa, Canada, 6,600 kilometers away. So as per usual in Romania, so many crosses poking up above the skyline, so many churches all around. And what seems to be very unique about Oradea is all the colors very washed out. Like I said earlier, very soft colors, not a lot of bright, vibrant, popping colors. Very much like this, like a yellow sort of.
Like my shirt, I'm blending in.
Did you wear that on purpose to fit in with Oradea?
Not really, but it's kind of I like this color. One of my favorite colors.
Very soft.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why you got pooped on. They thought you were a building. They just thought you were
Probably.
part of the city. Now, what's amazing is here's a synagogue, which is one of the first times we've seen a big grand synagogue in Romania. And actually behind the synagogue is the fortress. I was hoping we could see the pentagon shape of the fortress from up here. I sort of assumed the fortress would have been up there on the high ground. But it turns out the 1,000-year-old fortress is not really on that high of ground. It's sort of behind the synagogue there. There was a bit of a hill when we went towards it. But there you have it, guys. So I'm a little bit tired because we just climbed up all those steps. You hungry, Ivana?
Yes.
Ready to makan?
Ready.
What's makan in Romanian? Pop quiz. Who's more Romanian?
Muka? Manjaria?
Manjaria sounds like Portuguese.
I don't know.
Or Italian, maybe.
I gotta find out.
Anyway, let's go eat.
Okay, let's go.
Or maybe let's go to the very top first. I think there's one more floor.
Oh yeah, let's go up.
Let's go up there first. Let's go check it
We're
out.
almost there.
Don't give up now. You've come this far.
Yes.
I'll tell you what, Ivana.
Oh my gosh.
I think it's worth it up here.
This is kind of scary actually, the stairs.
A little bit of a narrow staircase.
Oh,
But
we made it.
You're a little bit higher, but these concrete doodads really help out the view.
My goodness, it's so beautiful.
Sort of adds to it, no?
Ah, I love it. I love it. Who needs a drone?
Who needs a drone?
So cool. So cool to be up here. Love it. Wow.
All right, time to eat. What the heck? Am I right? What the heck, man? I love Romania for this reason. These old towns with the patios and the architecture, just amazing. Now, I am a little worried that if you're Romanian watching this video, this might be a little boring. I wonder if you lived here, let's say, would you really love the architecture? Would you love to sit on a patio and have a cold drink on a hot day? And would you really appreciate the fact that everything is so grand and amazing? Or would it be like, I've seen it, I'm used to it, it loses its awesomeness? I wonder. Because honestly, in Canada, we simply do not have this. Whereas in Romania, every single city and town has this. So my genuine interest in walking and having lunch here, I wonder if a Romanian thinks, nothing special. But in the end, it's time for lunch. Because what a place to be.
Let's sit where we can appreciate all these beautiful buildings, especially the blue one there, right in front of us.
Let's sit right in
So
front of the blue
cool.
one,
I
Ivana.
love that blue, it pops.
Amazing. That might be the brightest colored building in all of Oradea. Everything else is very sandstone. It's very orange or red, or very soft colors. I think we'll go to this blue one. Just great. All right, so not exactly meat. I did order a tuna fish sandwich. They brought tuna fish salad, And she knew it was wrong. She handed it to me and said, sorry, it's supposed to be a sandwich. Anyway, it's all good. We noticed that most of the food here is pizza, kebab, or burgers.
Right. Western food.
Or Middle Eastern
non-Romanian
food.
food.
Non-Romanian food.
Yeah.
So we're hoping for Meech. Didn't happen. I got this. Wasn't what I ordered. Ay caramba. Okay, there you have it, guys. Now, please help us figure out where to go on this road trip. We are going to Alba Iulia next.
Right.
And if you're watching this video in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, still recommend us where to go, because most of the things we're doing on this road trip were recommended last year when we were on a road trip in Romania.
Right.
So we're probably coming back to Romania. We're probably doing more road trips. Oradea as well as Alba Iulia were recommended last year. I'm a little bit thrown off because they served me this bowl of green stuff. I was hoping for a plate full of meat, and I got a bowl of rabbit food over here.
It's healthy for you, Steve.
She did ask, is it okay? Because we already made it and it's the wrong thing. Is it okay? And I said, yeah, it's fine. I lack the ability. I lack the ability to say no. I want what I fucking asked for.
Yeah.
All right, there you have it.
We can go for a second meal after.
This is not a meal. This is like. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you in the next video from Alba Iulia or some other place. Let us know where to go. We will listen. Please comment. Bye.